Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? Great night tonight. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day to everybody. And today, we got a great Father's Day video. This is a great one for Father's Day. Yes, my holdouts are here. My holdouts are here, serrated and plain. 6-inch. I didn't get any of the small ones because I wasn't really interested in having more small ones. I already have, this is my holdout collection. CTS-XHP, plain edge. Let me see what we got here. This one right here is one of my small ones. It's CTS-XHP, if I believe right. Yep, CTS-XHP. This one's an Oz 8. I never got any of the S35VN ones. And this is a Oz 8 with serrated edge. These are all CTS-XHPs. This is a CTS-XHP. And these are all Oz 8s. Anyway, let's talk about these a little bit. First, let's open up this one. Yes, I already did an unboxing video, but I had a blooper in it, so I decided to redo it. That's the reason why you're seeing this. And I accidentally cut the box when I did the unboxing. I accidentally cut the box. And I taped it back up because I saved the boxes. I know it's a little damaged now, but it's my fault. It's my fault it got damaged. I didn't mean to do that. I got a little bit excited when I saw these holdouts were here when I got home from work. Just got home. I just got home from work after a 12-hour day. And I wanted to shoot this video out real quick because this is a brand new item, hot off the press. Let me read you the specs of it. Blade 6 inches, steel S35VN, weight 7.4 ounces, thickness 3.8 millimeters, handle length is 7 1/8 inch, and the handle material is American G10. Set this box aside. Here's a new one. And these came from Midway. Midway sent me a notification that they had these in. And as soon as I got the notification, I went over to Midway and I purchased these two. Because I figured that they would probably go out very quickly. And I was right. These were sold out within a few hours after they released them. I don't know if they got a whole bunch of them or what, but they sold out as soon as they put them up on the site, pretty much. And I was lucky enough to get two. Let me see. Brand new from Midway, USA. Now, the only thing I'm waiting on is my Towel Wars. And then I might get a couple of fixed blades I've been thinking about getting. I sort of like that Arkansas toothpick. Have you guys checked that one out? The Arkansas toothpick. It's made with Oz 10A. So it's stainless steel, it's not a carbon steel. I think that's kind of cool because you don't have to worry about rusting. And I've always wanted an Arkansas toothpick. I had one that wasn't like a real Arkansas toothpick. It was made in Solingen, Germany. And I ended up selling that one. But it had more of a Bowie type blade than the dagger. But anyway, let's get into these. Both look like they're centered perfectly. They have the smoother handles, they don't have the highly textured handles. You know, I ought to be pulling not these small ones out, but I ought to be pulling the big ones out and compare the big ones to the old big ones to the new big ones. Let me see here. These are not coated with anything, so let's pull one, the CTS-XHP. Yep, CTS-XHP. And we're going to compare, well, let's pull out one of these old serrated ones too. I only have one of these in serrations, and this is the Oz 8 one. The Oz 8 one doesn't have any blade, doesn't tell you what kind of steel it is. This is before they start putting those markings on the blade. When this was made. This is real old. It has the serrations. Let me wipe out the blade. Blade looks a little bit. Okay. So we got one for a plain edge comparison and one for a serrated edge comparison. Okay, here's the serrated. Now the things that you can see that are different is that the G10 on the handles is different. This one has the smoother G10, which is more pocket friendly to your pockets and won't tear up your pockets. This is the old one with the aggressive G10 that will tear up your pockets. They both feel awesome in hand. It's just a matter of preference which type of G10 that you like the best. But they're both built the same way. Quality looks good. I'll let you look at the grinds. This right here is the Oz 8, the original one. This is the original holdout, 6-inch holdout with serrations. Serrations are sweet. And that, you can see the handle, this one has a smoother textured handles as opposed to the rougher textured handles. Absolutely beautiful. That's these two. Oh, the blade markings look nice too. They have new blade markings. GSM cold steel blade, the new GSM cold steel blade markings. It says S35VN Taiwan cold steel registered trademark. So I like the new blade markings. The new blade markings look nice. Okay, let's compare the new plain edges. This is the old CTS version, and this is the new S35VN version. Look beautiful. I love holdouts. I love the big holdouts. Actually, I love all the holdouts. The holdouts rock. It's always one of my favorites. This one right here is the one I've carried a lot. And you can tell it's been totally polished. The smaller one this size is the one that's in my EDC drawer. But this one I've carried a lot. This is one of the ones my favorite knives to carry on long runs on my inside of my vest. It's been on many, many, many motorcycle trips. But you know what? I'm gonna retire it because I think I'm gonna carry the S35VN one now. I want to carry that new one now. The new one's gonna go in my drawer. I'm gonna put the plain edge in my drawer. Why the plain edge? Because I use these for all sorts of things. I use them for like cutting up meat in the kitchen. I use them for a lot of kitchen duties. And I just like the plain edge the best for that. This will slice through stuff very easily. Let me get a piece of paper here, show you how sharp it is. Or how sharp it should be, right? Because it should be razor sharp. And it is. Just like I would expect it to be. And compare it to the old CTS-XHP. I don't know, that feels sharper though. The CTS-XHP one feels a lot sharper. Feels a lot smoother. Let's check out the serrated edges too, huh? Let me see here. Actually, let me get another piece of paper. Hold on. God, I'm so happy these came. Been waiting for these forever. These and the Towel Wars are the ones I want the most from the new GSM Cold Steel. Okay, this is the old Oz 8 version. Now we'll try the new one. Sharp. Just as sharp as the old one. Absolutely love them, people. This is not going to be a real long video. I just want to do a quick video and get this one out there. We're going a little bit more in depth on these at a different point in time. But I just want to show these. Let's pull out my other big ones too. And these are modified. Well, lots of my, you know, like I modified a lot of my knives. I swapped the handle scales around and stuff like that. These two have had the handle scales swapped. They never made one like this, and they never made one like this. But they did make one with the black blade and the OD green handles. That's where this originally had all the black hardware was on this one, and all the light hardware was on this one. Because this is supposed to be a black blade with a un-DLC coated blade. This is serrated. This is my serrated CTS-XHP. With the OD green handles, because I wanted to make black. I wanted to make a black set. Totally black set. This one I've carried a lot too. Actually, all these holdouts I've carried. I've carried this one, and this one. These have all been used and carried. The CTS-XHP is sharper than the S35VN one. That's for sure. Let's see how the CTS-XHP with the serrations does. That's sharper too. Yeah. Okay. So, if you want to know, I would say that from factory, that the CTS-XHP from Cold Steel is actually sharper than the S35VN versions. But there they are. These are all my big boys for holdouts. And the most carried one, the most used one, and the most tricked out one, because this one's been totally polished inside and out, is this one. And this one is the fastest too. Absolutely love these. These are awesome blades. This one has been used to cut butcher up a lot of meat. I sort of wonder if this one's sharp. Because that's the blade, that's the one I've used the most. Let's check that out. Because I haven't sharpened these in a long time. Haven't sharpened them in a long time. Here we go. Oz 8. This is the Oz 8 original one. OG. And see what I tell you about Oz 8? Oz 8 in a holdout works very well. This one has been sharpened and resharpened and used and stropped and everything else a lot. And it's still razor sharp. Oz 8, you know, if you don't use it for cutting hard things, like I don't know, things with like wood or anything that's hard, because Oz 8 tends to, in my experience, when you go up against something that's hard, a hard surface that you have to cut, or something that not necessarily, like, I'm not talking about like cutting something that you're not supposed to be cutting. I'm just talking about something that might be hard, or if you're cutting if you're butchering meat and you hit the bone, it will roll the blade, it will roll the edge a little bit. It doesn't chip the edge, it'll just roll it. And what you do is you take it and you strop it back out, and then you resharpen it a little bit, and it's razor sharp again. These edges are super easy to repair and super easy to maintain. So, you know, I would highly recommend the Oz 8 version. You know, if you can get a hold of these, if you don't want to spend the big money for one of these, for the CTS or the S35VN one, but you want a holdout, I would recommend the Oz 8 versions. If you can find an old Oz 8 version, I'm sure they'd probably be still a lot cheaper than buying one of these newer ones. The CTS-XHP would probably be the most expensive ones, be the CTS-XHP ones. And the second most expensive, I would say, would be the S35VNs. I think they're both going to be very expensive. You know, these weren't super expensive when they came out, but these are you know, in between $150 to $200. Depending on where you're getting them at. In some places they're over $200 for the new holdout, S35VN holdouts. These were like $125 or something like that when they first came out. So they were like about $75 cheaper, the XHP ones, I would say. And these were right around $100. Yep, that's all they were. That's all these cost, like right around $100 when they first came out. And I think nowadays a good price for one of these would be like in between $100 and $150 for the Oz 8 version. And for the S35VN version, in between $150 and $200. And for the CTS-XHP version, I'm going to say between $200 and $250 because it's no longer made and it's the better steel. And I don't know, I just think it should be worth a little bit more than the S35VN version. Why? Because you can't buy them no more, so you can't just go out and buy one like you can the S35VN. But you can't really go out and just buy the S35VN one until they have them available, right? That's true too. But they will be having more available. This is just the first run of it. The first run. And I absolutely love them. GSM Cold Steel got these right. They did these right. GSM Cold Steel got these right. My coveted holdouts are back in action. They're back in action. Back in action. And for all of you that are like preppers and do a lot of outdoor stuff, these are great for that. Because this is like a folding chef's knife. I don't know if you ever looked at a chef's knife before, a fixed blade chef's knife. But I think if you do and you put this up next to it, you'll find out that they look a lot alike. These are based on the Scottish Skean shape and design. And that was a knife that was used for utility, hunting, fishing, self-defense, eating your food, preparing your food. They were used for everything. And it's my understanding that women used to carry them underneath their dresses, attached to their legs somehow. And it was like their secret protection weapon. So this blade style has been around for a very long time. And one thing that makes these so nice is that you don't need a finger guard. Because if you have a good grip, good extended grip, because this goes wider as it moves towards the blade, your hand can't go forward on it. If you have a good grip, get one of these and you'll see what I'm talking about. Your hand can't go forward if you have a good grip. So you don't really need the finger grip. And with these, I wouldn't want a finger grip. I don't want any extra guards. I don't want anything extra poking out. And I love my snaggletooth stuff, but I don't need one of these to have a snaggletooth on it because I'm not going to carry it in my front right pocket. I carry this inside my leather vest jacket, my leather vest, inside the gun pocket. That's how I carry these. Excellent knives. This is one I like to carry totally concealed, where nobody even knows that you have it. And because of the shape of them, they're perfect for that. Because of the flatness, and you know, if you need an emergency tool, this is a hell of an emergency tool. This is not a pry bar knife though. This knife is meant for cutting. I would say it's it's a cutter. It's a full flat ground blade with a spear point, or I don't know what you would call that. It's like, I would call it like a spear, drop point, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just a beautiful blade. And it's not just beautiful, it's actually practical, and you can use this knife for all sorts of outdoor stuff and survival stuff and prepping and food preparation, hunting, fishing, cleaning game, butchering up your meat. It's a great knife. This is probably one of the most usable, to me, that I've found out of all the cold steel knives. I've used this more for food prep and everything else, and use these type of knives for food prep and everything else than any other cold steel knife. I absolutely love the holdout, and I hope they don't discontinue it again. I hope they keep it going. The holdout rocks. It's a real rock star. And it's back! Yeah! The holdout is back! Yeah! And it's back in full regalia. It's perfect. I absolutely love it. No blade play, no up and down. And I love this new handle that's not going to tear up my pockets. This will even conceal even nicer inside my vest jacket. Absolutely love this. And they're just as fast, just as quick, just as smooth as the old ones. Absolutely love it. This is the new serrated one. And I love the markings. I love the blade markings. They really did this one right. Well, I've seen a couple that I wasn't happy with from Cold Steel. You know, I'm sort of on the border, you know, because I really love the Range Boss. I love that style of knife, and you know, and you all know that because I've been collecting them for a lot of years. That style of knife, the Mustang pattern. I think that's what they call it, the Mustang pattern. And it's one of my first knives I've owned as a hunting knife. That and a buck knife. And that's so, you know, because I had the Charade and the buck knife. Those are my first two hunting knives. That and a K-bar that my father gave me. But absolutely love it. These are awesome knives. And I still love the Oz 8s. The Oz 8s are still awesome. CTS-XHP, that's the pinnacle. The best knives I think that Cold Steel made are the ones with the CTS-XHP steel. That's my personal opinion. I know a lot of people like S35VM, maybe better or something like that. I think I like that CTS-XHP steel the best. I don't know why, it gets super, super, super sharp. You know, Oz 8 gets super, super, super sharp too, but the Oz 8 won't hold the edge like this one will. This one's never been resharpened. It's just been stropped. The only one out of all of these that's ever been resharpened I mean, like, you know, resharpen with my Lansky system or something like that, or one of my sharpening systems, is the Oz 8 one, this one. This one I've had, I don't even know how long I've had it. I don't know when they came out, maybe 2011 or 12 or something like that. I've had it for at least 10 years. Got this when it first came out. And these are awesome. Awesome knives. Awesome knives. And they're good fidgeters too. The big cold steels to me fidget better than the small ones. I think it's because the blade is heavier and it swings easier. But I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And like I said, any of these are cool. Whether you have the Oz 8, S35VN, or my favorite, the CTS-XHP. All these are really cool. The Oz 8 one might be the one that you can find for the best price. But the problem there, though, is that you have to find one in good condition. Because I don't know if, you know, if you can find one that hasn't been used or something like that. It's like, this has been really used, but I use my things the way you're supposed to use them so they don't get damaged. Absolutely love it. These are awesome. Awesome blades. I'm going to put this out there for you guys so you can see it tonight. Today is Father's Day. Father's Day. Father's Day. June 20th. June 20th. Just got home from work. Worked a 12-hour day today. And my daughter told me that this package came in, so I couldn't wait to get home from work and make this video for y'all. But this is it. We'll do other videos on holdouts. But I'm sort of tired today. I've had a long day, and I just wanted to get this one out there because I don't even know if these are out yet, you know, as far as like the videos and things are concerned. So I just want to hurry up and get it out there. But we'll have videos in the future where we'll talk about a little bit more about these, or maybe do some cutting things with them or something like that. Absolutely love them. This one is my old one. This is my old one that I've carried a lot. And this one is the new one. Oh, wait a minute, that's the rated. I want to put this one. I can tell the difference because the handle scales are a little bit different. That's the one that's going in my drawer. That's going in my drawer. And when the Tau War comes in, that will go in my drawer too. Because those are the two big knives I really want in my drawer this year. Were the Tau War and the Holdout. Because this is a big comeback year. But absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I highly recommend these. If you get a chance to get one, get one. These are awesome. I think they were $167 at, I think I paid $167 for each one at Midway. I think that's what the price was, something like that. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. And when the Tau Wars come out, I'm going to get both of those. So I'm going to get the serrated and the plain edge. And that's it for that. I hope y'all get a chance to see these. I'm going to put it out tonight. Put it out tonight for y'all. Peace. Stiletto. Y'all have a good Father's Day.